Okay, Pops.
Good morning, handsome.
Here's what we're going to do today.
Yes.
I'm going to call you,
I can't wait.
and you're going to give me the out-the-door price.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so a lot of people struggle with one of the biggest challenges of buying a car is getting a price from a dealership.
Absolutely.
Getting the actual price from the dealership.
Okay, yes.
And there's two ways. Well, I guess there's three ways to get the price from a dealership.
Yes.
You could go in.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that.
Some folks do, but yeah.
You could call.
Yeah.
Or you can email.
Yes.
On the email front, you wrote templates that you can use in the app.
Text.
You could text.
You could text. Dealers love text.
They really do.
Yeah.
But you did write the email templates. So back at yourautoadvocate.com, run a market price report, you can use the email templates.
Yes.
But sometimes you actually just got to call because no one responds to your emails, right?
Yeah, sometimes they don't respond to your phone calls either, but that's another story.
So here's what I was thinking we do.
Yes.
You'll be the dealer.
Okay.
I'll be your son.
No, you're not going to be my son.
You'll be the dealer. I'll be a customer.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get the out-the-door price.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do the ringing noise?
Sure. Bring, bring.
One more.
Bring, bring. Good morning. This is Gotcha Motors. Ray Shefska here. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm interested in the 2021 Kia Seltos you have on the lot. I think it was a purple color. I need to know your best out-the-door price. I'm shopping right now. I'm talking to all sorts of different dealers. Can you just tell me what your best out-the-door price is? All fees, all taxes. You think you're going to talk? Nope, I learned from my father to never give up control. You're never going to talk. Out-the-door price, all the fees. Put it in my hands, please.
By the way, what's your name?
Good point. My name is Zach. What is your name?
My name again is Ray Shefska. Zach, it's a pleasure to meet you. So you've already picked out the Seltos that you're looking for?
Yes, and it is a Seltos, but yes.
Yeah, the Seltos, I mean, and it's the purple magenta one?
I would like the purple magenta 2021 Seltos you have on the lot.
Yes.
And the out-the-door price.
Have you had the opportunity to drive one yet?
I am not interested in... That doesn't make sense. I'm not interested in driving it, Ray.
Well, why would that be? Yeah, Zach, just out of curiosity.
Right now, I just need the out-the-door price. That's
I understand that. The out-the-door price is probably the most important aspect of what we're going to discuss. But just out of curiosity, why haven't you driven it yet? I mean, not to put any pressure on you, Zach, but... You know, buying a car is, well, it's kind of like trying on a pair of shoes. I don't care what the out-the-door price of a good pair of shoes is. If they don't fit and they don't feel comfortable, it doesn't matter what the out-the-door price is now, does it?
Stock number is UXQ13.
When do you think would be a good time for you to perhaps get in here and maybe if you can't make it here, when would be a good time for us to take the car to you so that you could have the opportunity to test drive it and make sure, you know, like a fine pair of shoes that it fits.
So let's cut. So when the salesperson or the sales manager or whomever it is that you get connected with at the dealership, everyone knows this. They bring it back around to how soon can you come in? When can you come in? You masterfully got it back to when can you come in. A lot of people endure and deal with, I want the out-the-door price. When can you come in? And they're not as professional about it. You did it very professionally. But what should I do then?
What did I do that was so professional?
You slowed it down.
Yeah.
And then you brought it back to when can you come in.
Yeah.
But you did when can you come in a really slick way. One that was like, I'm looking out for your best interest.
Well, you know, I want to make sure those shoes fit.
No, and I get that. So then... what am I supposed to do? Just keep pushing for OTD? Just keep pushing,
Well, what are you supposed to do? You could. Now, I'm not suggesting that anyone in any scenario should lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you might want to say, well, you know, I have had the opportunity to drive one at one of your competitors. And, you know, I found the car really comfortable and really compelling. So at this point, I'm shopping you and the other surrounding dealerships to get the best out-the-door price. Are you prepared to help me with that?
So it's like if I come back and we do the phone call again, it's really as simple as nice mug. I made that for my dad. It's really as simple as, hey, I want the out-the-door price. I should have said
Zach original, ladies.
I should have used, if you have the stock number, use the stock number, right? And then follow that request for the OTD with. And don't worry, I've actually already been to name drop the other local dealership. I test drove there. I already know I like it. What's your best price?
Okay.
Does that then really not give you a lot? I mean, you could still bring back.
Oh, don't worry. I can deflect.
Because that's what it is, right? It's the art of deflection.
The whole idea is to deflect as long as you can and to change the subject as much as you can, so that the one on the other end of the phone, other than the customer, now has control. So, yeah, you could tell me that you'd been to other dealerships, and I go, well, you know, Zach, just between you and I, the staff that we have in place here, the best staff according to Dealer Rater and surveys from Kia. And I don't want to say anything negative about the salesperson who might have been with you at the other dealership.
Yeah.
But they really might not know the car to the same degree that the staff here does. So I'm not going to suggest that perhaps he did you a disservice, but I just know that my staff here can get a little deeper into the weeds with the car and how it's made and all the different aspects of it. So would you prefer that I have a member of the team bring the car to you for you to drive so that we can review it with you, or would you like to come in?
So let's flip. Let's roll reverse real quick.
Yes.
How do you approach that phone call? How do you approach getting that information?
Well, as somebody that spent 43 years in the car business, the way I was trained, the way I train salespeople, is the only thing you want to get out of a phone call.
Bring him in.
Is to bring him in, is to get an appointment. Now, that doesn't mean that if the person on the other end of the phone, the customer on the other end of the phone, is just not amenable to any of the tricks of the craft to try and bring him in, that ultimately you wouldn't break down and give him.
So I guess are you saying that if you were, let's say for someone watching this video, you were trying to work the car deal for him, would you just be on the line being persistent? Or is there a magic word? Is there a keyword that you can use that says, all right, just give me the damn price?
The keyword would be, really, Ray, I understand what it is that you're trying to do. I have friends that spend time in the automobile business, so I know that your only goal on a phone call is to get an appointment and get me in. And I understand that because you think that you would have more control of the situation if you were to do that. And I can tell you right now on the phone that if you're not willing to provide me with the information that I need in order for me to make my decision, well, then the decision about possibly buying a car from you has already been made, which means you have no shot at the car sale if you don't want to provide me with that information. Is that what you're telling me?
So just timestamp that section of the video, play that back before you call a dealership.
Yes, yeah.
And use it verbatim.
It's all about control. Salespeople are taught how to try and get it and how to maintain it. A customer has to learn how to take it back. The salesperson's then going to try again to get it in their favor. So there's a level of persistence that's involved, but there's the reality that I understand, Ray, that the only way you make a living is to sell a car.
Wait, which Ray are you right now?
I'm Ray I'm Ray the sales manager. You're talking to Ray the sales manager. So as the customer, you would say, I understand, Ray, that the only way you get paid is to sell a car. So whether we spend 10 seconds on this phone call or 5 minutes on this phone call, if ultimately you refuse to provide me with the information that I need in order to be able to move forward with possibly buying a car from you, then you've just wasted 10 seconds or 5 minutes of your time that you could have spent with somebody else that might buy a car. I'm telling you, I will buy the car if yours is the most competitive bid.
Okay, so if you're curious why the heck we're talking about this thing called out the door OTD price, link down below. We've got a guide back on the Euro Auto Advocate website. We have the OTD calculator back on the website as well.
Yes.
If you're new to the channel and you're unsure about OTD, Google search out the door price Euro Auto Advocate. There's tons of resources there, but this is a great example of how to capture that information.
And just remember that the dealership personnel will have a myriad of ways in order to try and steer the conversation. It could be, I understand you want the out-the-door price. How are you paying for it?
So why don't we call it a video here? But Dad, maybe if there's some comments or some folks say they want it, let's do a word tracks video. We know people want word tracks videos. The next video will be a word tracks video.
Well, that's kind of tough. I haven't written the word tracks yet.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for putting me on the spot there, handsome. A Zach Shefska original mug. Love it. The handle could be a little bigger, folks, but this son of a gun holds a lot of coffee.